nepalnews.com. News from Nepal as it happens.
Tell us the infrastructure in Godavari when you first came in, because you said there were already...
Yes, there were already buildings there. At the main gate, there were elephant stables converted into classrooms. Down below, there was Kesher Mahal, where one group of students stayed, and then over in Nara Mahal, in the property, where General Nara made a contribution to us. Then, as you moved through the main gate, the classroom, 2 rows of classrooms that were the library and lab were already installed, and up in the main compound was Xavier Hall. They were all functioning and had been converted by Father Moran into school use.
Yes. What about the playing fields?
The playing fields were also... Yes, they had been developed by Father Watron and Jackson.
Okay.
Jackson was the games man, and he and Father Watron spaded a lot of fields themselves. The boys all carried rocks from the riverbed up to what was going to be a new tennis court. So one session of school was just getting the upper compound developed for a basketball court. We already had the shower room, the table tennis room, and we had the dining room, of course, was a big Rana dining room, and the building in the back where the food was cooked, that was there. So we had quite a few buildings already in place when I came.
What was the relation between the school and the Ministry of Education? Because you did not follow the same curriculum.
Well, finally, in 1965, we had to set up a school management committee. Nar Singh Shrestha, the father of Prachanda, and who? Manoj. He was one of the first board members, and let's see, there was a combination of St. Mary's, St. Xavier's Jalakale, and St. Xavier's Godavari parents. 5 parents and 5 Jesuits and sisters made up that first school board. Colonel Partiv Shamsher Rana, the father of Dilip, who just died a few years ago, he was one of the board members. So we had very supportive fathers of boys and girls to be our board, along with Father Moran and Sister Principal and 3 other fathers. So we had to knuckle under the Ministry of Education in 1965. But we were really independent. We had English medium, senior Cambridge, as Father Moran brought it up here. That was in the original contract, that was the way the school would be.
When you were here in 61, were the boys already giving O-levels from Kathmandu, or were they still going to Patna?
No. The first 7 boys admitted into the school were transfers from Patna. Ratna Siddhi was about the oldest of them, and there was no more link anymore between us and Patna, except 2 years into the school's first senior classes, we had to bring them down to Patna to sit for the senior Cambridge there. Then Cambridge set us up as an individual entity under them.
1955, King Tribhuvan dies in Switzerland. His body arrives. 4 days later, Father Moran met the body at the airport.
Glad to see you. You've got your medal on.
Yeah.
Wow. I remember that day.
Yeah. We just ran across the reference that Father Moran also got Gorkha Dakshin Bahu
Yeah.
3rd class, a medal given this Gorkha Dakshin Bahu.
So your first days, I was one of your first students,
Yes.
and I don't recall you separately. I do remember that Father Quine, Father Stiller, and Father three of
Shock.
them came together.
Yeah.
These were novices that we had to break in.
Coin, shock, and lock, stock, and barrel. Law,
Okay.
and shock, and who was the other?
Quine?
Coin.
Quine, okay.
Yeah. Coin came my year.
I see.
No, shock and Dressman and they came in 55. Dressman, Locke, Law. They came in 55.
So as an example of how we broke you in, I remember that I was doing kusti with Father Quine. I mean, I'm a small boy of I don't know how many years, and
Yeah.
Quine is an adult, but then we're the grown-ups of the. We're defending our turf or trying to teach these novices to
Yes.
stay under control. So I remember getting physical with him at one time. So
Yes.
that was the attitude we had. You the Jesuits are novices. We're going to bring you in. So that was so the relationship was upside down
At
to
that
some,
point,
to some of the priests, the new ones. Naturally,
Father Watrin had already been a veteran.
so he was very stern. He was extremely stern. I remember.
Yeah. Now, a lot of information is readily available from this Bamsa Bali.
nepalnews.com